Coming up on Mountain News this morning, Narcan is helping save lives as it becomes more accessible in different ways. And a new bill would exclude junk food on the grocery list for people relying on SNAP benefits.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning and a happy Valentine's Eve to you. My name's Amelia Lee here with you on this February 13th. The time is 5:30 on the dot. And that means, of course, it is time to check on in with our friend, meteorologist Megan Dusmal, for a look at that forecast this morning. And Megan, I need to be honest with you. I lost my coats. I don't know where I put them. I'm really just driving along with a cardigan now. So what should folks bring out with them to be prepared today?
Well, the good news is you don't need that raincoat. Once you leave work, we'll be nice and clear from the rain. Now, we do have some rain in the forecast this morning. Don't be fooled. But by the time we get to that 8 o'clock mark, it should be nice and clear. And as of right now, I mean, take a look at that live pinpoint Doppler radar. Not looking too bad. Really just seeing slight chances of rain, maybe a drizzle or two. And as you're traveling more towards Moorhead, you're seeing a little bit more of that rainfall. Now, in terms of temperatures, this morning, a cardigan is just fine. We're looking quite warm. And as we take a look at the temperatures compared to yesterday, significantly warmer. I mean, we're talking 19 degrees warmer right now in Prestonsburg than this time yesterday. Now, unfortunately, cardigan might not be the move as you're traveling into the afternoon because we're dropping those temperatures. For 4 o'clock, we're looking at 37 degrees. So a little chilly, although some people might not think that's too bad. But by the time we're heading into the overnight hours, we'll continue to see those temperatures drop with the overnight low tonight in the low 20s. Now, thankfully, tomorrow won't be too bad, looking at a high in the low 40s. Amelia.
All right, thank you, Megan. Well, Kentucky has seen mortality rates increase due to opioid overdoses, but the chances of surviving an overdose could be increasing, and that's all thanks to a vending machine. WYMT's McKinley Calandrino has the story from Pulaski County.
A vending machine, stocked with products more valuable than what money can buy. A small dream placed in Ashley Barker's heart that now has continued to touch many lives and organizations through the county. The free Narcan machine is placed outside of the Pulaski County Detention Center, stocked weekly with free nasal Narcan for everyone in the community. Narcan is used to reduce opioid overdoses in all ages of life. What used to be a prescription drug only is now available to the hands of many, leaving people with some sort of purpose.
Well, I had to use my Narcan this week. I got to save somebody's life. And I mean, that's just an amazing thing that they're able to do that with something that they can readily get in their hands.
The goal is to save lives to opioid misuse and to educate the community how to successfully use the reverse drug. They believe everyone deserves a chance for recovery, but you can only be saved if you are alive. That is why it is important to have access to these resources.
As long as there's air in their lungs, there is hope for recovery. And that person is someone's father, mother, daughter.
Organizations say one of the most common misconceptions about Narcan is what it is used for.
It's not just for addicts. It's for persons who have forgotten they've taken their medication, or it's for littles who've picked up medication by mistake.
They say they've seen a decrease in overdose and a positive outcome from within the community. And they plan to put more around the county for more accessibility. In Pulaski County, McKinley Calandrino, WYMT Mountain News.
The machines are funded by CORE, or the Kentucky Overdose Response Effort. Lawmakers and advocates gathered in Frankfort yesterday to push for gun safety in the Commonwealth. The rally was for Every Town for Gun Safety's annual Advocacy Day. Speakers in attendance asked lawmakers to pass gun violence prevention measures. One speaker was Vanessa Smothers, whose mother was killed from an act of gun violence in 2020.
My mother's murderers have not been apprehended. My mother's senseless murders have left a profound impact of sadness, disbelief, loneliness, anger, and frustration.
In previous years, advocates have asked lawmakers to pass the Crisis Aversion Rights Retention Order, or CAR Act. It would temporarily remove firearms from gun owners if they're experiencing a mental health crisis. The bill stalled in last year's legislative session. A controversial bill introduced in Frankfurt would exclude junk foods from SNAP benefits. Representatives Matt Lockett from Nicholasville filed House Bill 279. He says the SNAP program contributes to the country's obesity and diabetics epidemic. The Kentucky Center for Economic Policy reports nearly 13% of people who were enrolled in SNAP benefits in November 2024. In some rural counties like Owsley, as much as about 1/3 of the population was enrolled.
We've also seen long-term health impacts of SNAP program and no research that it increases obesity or other chronic diseases participating in the program.
A similar bill was proposed in Washington. Representative Lockett says House Bill 279 is a part of a multi-level approach at bettering individual health both on and off SNAP. On Monday, President Trump announced an interesting way to cut government spending by discontinuing the production of the American penny. On social media, President Trump said the pennies cost more than 3 cents to make. Locally, folks use their pennies. For Susan Brotherton, owner of the Pantry Shelf in Hazard, pennies are important, and she thinks about them when pricing her donuts, making glazed 94 cents to round up to $1 with tax.
Sometimes I'll price items like $2.75, so they're spending under $3 just to help our customers.
The U.S. Mint reported losing $85 million last year, making more than 3 billion pennies. Some economists are struggling to see how the elimination of the coin would impact consumers. Since President Trump's plans were announced, some like U-Pike stalker Gregory Green say a change in penny production would likely have little impact. He said even those who are pinching pennies would likely not feel a true hit when it comes to their day-to-day lives. And much of the change would likely be on the business owners.
I have to say I'd struggle to find the downside, especially if every electronic payment is still being tracked out as, 100 pennies in a dollar. Probably going to be a minimum impact. And who's it going to impact? Well, look, there is a cash economy, but I'm not necessarily sure that, like I said earlier, the penny is going to make much of a difference one way or the other.
Dr. Green said those in opposition of the penny pause could also argue that the cost of printing bills more than makes up for the deficit of minting the coins. But he does not believe it's a change that would be an imposition. Shaping Our Appalachian Region hosted a speaker series at the University of Pikeville yesterday, encouraging business students about the future. The event brought in several entrepreneurs, discussing the YouTube space, the agricultural world, tech startups, coffee shops, and more, inviting students to hear their struggles and successes as business owners, and the importance of planting businesses in the mountains.
Just start something. That's the name of our club. And so it's really just to get people past the idea stage and to train them and teach them, like, let's just start something. Let's test the water. Let's get going. Like, let's not just overanalyze. We need to do something.
The event also talked about the changing landscape for creators, from AI to social media management. Warm weather hotspots are preparing for crowds of spring break tourists. But this year, one of the most famous winter destinations is telling partiers to stay away. Miami Beach announced a series of measures to stop the violence that has broken out there in the past. They include DUI and security checkpoints, license plate readers, $100 parking for some public lots, and a possible midnight curfew during some busy nights in February and March.
Miami Beach is a city of fun. We have great beaches, we have great hotels, we have great restaurants. We want you to have fun, but you got to play by the rules.
Miami Beach police say last year similar measures were implemented for the first time, and it led to a drastic 82% drop in disorderly intoxication arrests and a 21% drop in drug offenses.
To many, home is a place, but to us, home is a feeling. The feeling of comfort and trust. The feeling of being cared for by those who know you.
Hi, I'm Trent Noah, and I'm a graduate from Harlan County High School. I am so excited to start my Division I career where home is cheering me on. Things are just better at home, and home is ARH. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Ghirardelli Intense Dark. Bold. Rich. Intensely delicious dark chocolate. Ghirardelli Intense Dark makes life a bite better.
Why would you buy life insurance from anyone else when Senior Life gives you all your money back? It's simple. When other companies say they save you a percentage of your money, Senior Life says we give it all back. That's right. With return of premium life insurance from Senior Life, we don't save you a percentage of your money, we give it all back, 100%. It works like this. If you pass away while you're insured, your loved ones get a check for the coverage amount you chose. But if you're still living at the end of the term, you get back all the money you paid, guaranteed. Spend it any way you wish. While others may talk about saving you money, Senior Life is the only one giving it all back. Return of premium term life insurance gives you protection if you need it and 100% cash back if you don't. Get all your money back with return of premium life insurance from Senior Life. Call the number on your screen now for free information. You have no obligation. Call now.
You have a vision, a dream. Growing your business takes a partner you know and